Somebody asked me, how do I feel about dating apps? I personally do not like them, but if you want to use them, to each their own. Who am I? I would prefer the slow simmer of getting to know somebody out in real life. I mean, I've had people say, well, that's stupid because you can meet idiots in real life too. I'm aware of that, but it just seems like, don't get upset if you meet a dog because you've been looking in a dog pound. It's kind of like you're asking for it more so by meeting these people online, because a lot of these men are just searching for the next person that they're going to sleep with. They're searching for their next nanny, maid, personal assistant. Those seem to be the biggest motives of men on dating apps, as opposed to me taking a cooking class or an acting class or a dance class, and I'm getting to know you over time with like no intention of dating you. I get to see, for the most part, the real you over a long period of time. I would prefer that. I'm not somebody who, I learned the hard way. I don't just, if a guy sees me out in public and is like, hey, what's your name? Like, I want to get to know somebody. But if you're going to use dating apps, just be cautious of a couple of things. Before you give your number to this person, I would suggest taking a little time to kind of just chat back and forth on the app. And I know there are people who are like, they have this rule, if the guy doesn't ask them out within 24 to 48 hours, he's a loser, and they just move on to the next person. But my whole thing is, a big issue with us getting into all these toxic relationships is that we're rushing and we're not taking time to get to know and to talk to these people, okay? I would rather just chat with you for a little bit than to worry about, did you ask me out within 24 to 48 hours? Why are you rushing? Next thing is, I would not exchange social media information. I feel like social media is also really personal to me. So until, you've been properly vetted and we get to that level in our relationship, I do not feel comfortable being mutuals or letting you know any of my social media information. The next thing is, I would avoid talking past 8 or 9 o'clock at night. You heard that song, The Freaks Come Out at Night. I just don't want any kind of thinking that, okay, we're now after hours, so I could just act like an asshole to you. And plus, I need my beauty sleep. I need to get shit done. So I don't need to be talking to anybody past 9 o'clock, because I need to have my life and to do what I got to do. My skincare routine, my shower. I've been binge watching Dynasty. It's on Amazon Prime. So I need you to not interrupt my routine. So after 9 o'clock, we're getting off the phone. I don't feel like anything good happens in the wee hours of the night anyway. And plus, if you really have shit going on in your life, you as the guy would not be wanting to talk past a certain time. Don't you have to get up tomorrow and go to work? Don't you have shit to do? The next thing is, as I mentioned before, stop moving so fast. I don't know what it is about people meeting online, but they just zoom through the getting to know you phase and the courtship phase so that they can have this love story of, we met online. Have the mindset every single time you get on these apps of, this is a stranger. I want you to remind yourself of this. This is a stranger. We lock our car doors. We lock the doors of our homes. We watch our purses. We carry weapons because we're afraid of strangers. But you're getting on this dating app and losing all your boundaries and just going all loopy crazy because you want to be in love and you're trusting somebody you just met last week. Stop that shit. You do not love this person. They do not love you. Y'all do not know each other. Would you walk up to a random stranger at the grocery store and hand them your purse? I hope you wouldn't. So why are you divulging personal information and claiming that you love this person that you don't know? The next thing is, if you're going to meet, do not go to nobody's house. Do not go to nobody's house, and nobody is coming over to your house. We have to be safe. We have to be careful. It needs to be in a very much public location where there's people around, inside and outside. There's things going on. Somebody can hear you scream if need be. Do not bring anybody over to your house. Do not be so gaga over falling in love with somebody that you just go crazy and you forget again that these people are strangers. They don't need to be up in your house. The next thing is, don't send anybody money. If they don't have their life together, if they are in crisis, that is a red flag. You should not be dating if you are in financial disarray, emotional disarray, mental disarray. You need a place to stay. That basically lets me know that they're on this dating app to search for their next person that they can leech off of. Do not send nudes. Do not send nudes. Don't send anything that you wouldn't want somebody to post on a billboard on a main highway. They can sell those pictures. They can blackmail you with those pictures. Do not send this person any pictures that you do not want them to post on a major highway. Don't do it. If you see any red flags, they're blocked. It's done. Do not make excuses for them. Do not overlook it. Do not think, well, if this happens, maybe this will change. No. You saw what you saw. You heard what you heard. Believe it. Lastly, do not spend all of your time with this person. It's very dangerous because then you get too comfortable and you can start doing too much too soon. And you think you love this person just because they're the only person that you've been seeing for the last couple of days. You need to slow it down. Take your time. Okay? It's okay. Allow there to be time to get to know this person. Still go about your routine. Still see your friends. Do not uproot your life. Now you're late for work. Now you're calling out. Now you're canceling on your friends. Now you're pushing your kids out of your room when they're trying to tell you about their day at school so you can get on the phone with this man. Now you're trying to get a babysitter so you can spend 24 hours a day with this man. You're canceling your appointments. You don't want to do any of that. No. To me, that's a red flag. When you start to give up your life and all your other engagements and all your other relationships go to shit, that's a red flag. That's a sign of desperation. To me, that's a sign that you're going to just completely get lost in this man and you're going to ignore red flags and you're going to let things slide. It's just a toxic relationship. If you can't manage to go on with your life as per usual, that's an issue. Again, why are you rushing? Okay. One of the biggest ways to avoid toxic relationships is to slow the fuck down, vet, get to know someone, and take your time. What are some other tips that women need to be aware of on dating apps?